Don't assume that safety is everywhere. At your job, on the street, even in your house. This is a story of one of our brothers called Majek. He arrived in the UK a few years ago through via a boat. You know, one of those boats. This our brother seek for refugee, seek as a political refugee in the UK. But while they were busy with his decision, they have to give him a place to stay. And you know where they give people like that? Is in an hotel. Majek has always been sitting at the reception, watching closely to all the staff who works behind the bar in that hotel. But Majek really target and spot out one very particular lady called Miss White. And this lady worked also in that hotel. On this particular day, Miss White worked late. She works, I think, from 3 o'clock till 11 midnight. And she needs to take a train back to her house. But while going after she closed, she was walking to the train station. She was even on the phone with one of her friends. But this guy, so-called Majek, left the hotel as well, started walking after Miss White gradually, whereby Miss White did not even know that someone is even coming behind, even though she was on the phone. And when Miss White was about to climb the staircase of the train station, Majek went behind her. Majek brought a screwdriver, which he brought along with him from the hotel. Majek started choking this very woman with this screwdriver. He daggered her 23 times. And 11 times out of those 23, Majek daggered this woman for in forehead. No do, this woman left, boom, bugudu like that on the floor. Majek also left that crime scene. Majek went back to the hotel, dancing, singing, drinking, smoking, that yes, he has achieved his aim. He was so happy that he finally pied this very woman. For whatever reason, nobody knows yet. When the passerby noticed that someone fell down at the hotel there, they quickly called the police and the ambulance. They rushed this woman to the hospital, but she couldn't make it. And then the police, they carry out investigation. The police started monitoring all the CCTV around that neighborhood. They went to people who live around that neighbor. They knock on their door. Do you have CCTV with you? Yes. Let's watch. They watch everything. They now discovered that there's someone that left the hotel and walked towards the station as well. The same time, the same period when Miss White was going to the train station after she closes at work. And boom, they discovered that that same person walked back to that hotel through the help of the CCTV camera. After Majek finished dancing and everything, she went back to bed. He was sleeping. And police, they broke a boom in his room. And by the time he was arrested, they discovered in his room some kind of blood stain on his shoe. Even the jacket that he wore that night that was, noticed on the CCTV, they found a blood stain also on that jacket. And voila, they grabbed Majek and they took him straight to the station for interrogation. When they told him that he was the one that pied this woman, Majek denied everything. He denied that he wasn't even the one that they saw on that CCTV camera. They showed him the CCTV. They said, "You're the one." He said, "No, he's not the one." Can you believe that? Are we going to say that, he's pretending to be a psycho person now? What about the blood stain? Police, they have the evidence, but they need to prove it beyond reasonable doubt when they get to court. So they have to investigate again, investigate. And finally, they did DNA test of the blood they saw on the shoe and on the jacket, and together with the blood of Miss White. Then they now discovered that truly everything matched together. And that was when it was now clear that Majek was the one that carried out that murder act. Because the police, they want to know if Majek has other people, right? If it's a kind of organized crime. But with all the evidences and with all the investigation, they discovered that Majek was the only one that carried out that act. And straight up, Majek is now behind bars. When they came out of the court, Miss White's mother, Miss White's 2 sisters, they came out and they addressed the press. And the sister said, wow, that the son of 5 years old that their sister left behind, they will be the one that will start taking care of him now. They even have to do what? They have to explain everything to this little small 5-year-old boy that their mother was in the hospital and the doctor tried to save the mother because of that screwdriver that was chuku on her head. But the mother has gone to meet Baba God. Now, when they were protesting that immigrants, they need to leave their country, some of us were saying, no, why do they do that? Why do they have to do that? But we've seen it happening now. Just a few days ago, Kabuki or Kabashi was also arrested and was also jailed simply because, he went to the park to go and do all these small girls that he wants to go out with them. This now happened. So, are we going to say the Oyinbo that they are wicked? If you're the parent of Miss White and your daughter was quiet just like that, and they asked you to vote that immigrants must leave that country, will you say no? Definitely you will say yes, that immigrants must leave. Or you're the 5-year-old boy and you grow up to be 18 and you need to vote, and you heard about the real story of what happened to your mother. Will you vote against or for the immigrant to leave that country? Man, the choice is going to be just straight up like that. So it's not that I'm justifying that what these people are doing, that everybody need to leave, all the immigrants need to leave. No, there are a lot of immigrants that are doing positive things in that country. But just the little ones out of all the immigrants living in the UK that, turn to a bad egg, they've already spoiled the rest immigrant in the UK. Now, this is going to be a lesson to us all that please, no matter how stingy you are to yourself, if you work late at night, don't say, because of the money I want to send to Nigeria tomorrow, I need to take I need to take a train, otherwise that 20 pounds is going to be reduced. No, please take a cab, call a taxi and go home. When you're safe, then you have more life to live to be able to do whatever thing you want to do back home in Africa. But when you just stingy to yourself because of 20 pounds that you want to use to save your life by entering train, how are we going to address that? And you all agree with me that there are some places in abroad that is always quiet, especially from 10 o'clock in the midnight upward like that. It's always quiet. And all these bad boys, they want to walk around that area to carry out that their dirty act. And so please, always try to have something with you. Probably if pepper spray is allowed in your country, have it with you in case things like this happen. Maybe the guy might chuku you with the screwdriver, but with the pepper spray, at least maybe you will have been saved by now. And also there are some kind of panic alarm button that you can also have in case stuff like that happen. Think about this for a moment. 1, safety at work isn't guaranteed. This woman believed she was safe. She didn't go to a bad area. She was just finishing her shift that day. 2, the danger came all the way from someone living under the same roof, someone within the safe environment, that is in the UK. 3, the system did its job. CCTV, DNA, forensic evidence. But the sheer speed and brutality of what happened still shake us. For those of us living abroad, especially Nigerians, this story rings extra alarm bell because we often assume safety by simply being in a better country. But danger doesn't care about your passport. Let's talk about the lesson learned from Mr. Majek and Miss White's story. 1, don't assume safety because of place or because of where you work. 2, trust your gut. Those warning stars heard about Majek staring at them, those are real signs. 3, know your work environment risk. Late shift to isolated places to station work, all are risk factors. 4, forensics evidence matters. DNA, CCTV, they build the case up. Now, let me remind you about some practical safety measures. When you work late, please plan your exit. Work in group. Use well-lit routes. Inform someone. Identify safe zone where you work, where you even travel to, whom you can call anytime when stuff like that happen to you. Keep record of feelings of discomfort at work, odd behavior, people staring at you, people who follows you. Please report it immediately. This case also exposes key issue here. The offender followed her from hotel to station. CCTV, DNA, blood evidence led to his conviction. But the motive remained unknown. The speed and brutality raises serious questions about profiling and prevention. For many foreigners, asylum seekers' housing, mixed workforce, and late shift can create hidden vulnerability. What are the takeaways here? The criminal justice system works, but only after the worst happens. We must focus also on prevention before it happens. For Nigerians abroad, this is for you. You may believe you are away from the problem, but your job, your hotel, your shift could mirror what's back home. Safety doesn't come automatically with a foreign passport. Knows that, please. If you're working in a safe country, ask yourself, do I work alone at night? Is there someone knowing my route? Do I have an exit plan? These are all the questions you need to ask yourself if you work at night. And if you're sending money back or have family abroad, you might also be vulnerable. Physical location doesn't erase risk. Be proactive. This is more than just a crime report. It's a life lost, a family changed forever, and an urgent reminder for each one of us. If you're working late or your child is working late, think, how safe is she or he? How safe are we in that community? Take an action now. Share this video. Talk to someone about safety. Identifying your exit route, please. This is AfricanBlackGoldTV, where truth meets action. If you find value in this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friend. Join our WhatsApp group. Link is in the description. And if you've experienced something similar, don't stay quiet. Your story can save someone else. Protect your life. Protect your future. And thanks for watching. Till I see you in the next video, please subscribe.